Hello and a very warm welcome to today's live stream. My name is Uzair Karawala and it is 15th of July 2022, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Every Tuesday and Friday, I go live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. So these sessions are very friendly and informal. I cover topics such as Google Ads, YouTube Ads, online digital marketing, anything and everything to help you generate more leads and sales using the power of Google Ads. So, today I'm going to cover a particular topic which is on Performance Max because that is the buzzword around at the moment with Google Ads. And they are performing really well as well with regards to how we are using and how my students who I mentor and coach are using Pmax campaigns as well. So if you are new here and you've never been to one of these before, the format is I'm going to cover today's topic, and then towards the end, I'm going to answer any questions you may have. You can send it to me during the session while watching this live, or any questions which have been posted on our YouTube channel, our Facebook group, LinkedIn, and so on. I've got some screenshots of them and I'll cover those questions. So get your questions ready and put them in the description box around the video, and I'll answer them in the order they come through. So LL Marketing Consultants, Walaikum Assalam. Thanks for joining us. And I'm just going to make sure that we have got everything working fine. So we do get gremlins every now and then, but that's the technology for you. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. Mm-mm-mm. And now it doesn't seem to like it. So I said the words at the wrong time. Okay, so why I'm having this problem of not being able to share my screen. Let me get rid of all these things and try again. Okay, so something has changed, but I've lost the video. Very weird. It usually works fine, but I'll get to the bottom of this. Just please bear with me for a minute or so. Hmm. So it doesn't seem to be behaving itself. Du- 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 du. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and switch off the video, I think, for today. What else can I do? Okay, very weird. Okay, that is working now. But when I do screen sharing, it disappears. That is very weird. I do this every day. Aha, something has happened now. And now it's working. Okay, so we are back. Okay, that's better. Okay, so this was a question in our Facebook group, and the link is on your screen. So please do join in. It's for free. It's a great little community I'm trying to build. I think we've got about 900 members in there now, and professionals, where we help each other and answer any questions or problems anybody has. So this is for Mia. Is it a good idea to experiment by duplicating campaign with different bid strategy? Don't they compete with each other? Well, they will, but only one campaign is going to be in the ad auction, right? So doesn't matter. We do this all the time. We'll have one campaign running at, let's say, target CPA, another one manual CPC, another one could be on maximize clicks or whatever bidding strategy you want to use, and then see which one is performing the best. If the smart bidding loses out in the auction, the manual one might go through. If the manual one loses out, then the smart one will go through. What we have seen recently is that the manual campaigns are really struggling to get any traction. Now, I don't know why, but if it's at Google's end, or Google wants us or force us to use max smart bidding, then obviously you'll need to go into smart bidding, because with manual you're not getting much traffic. Or it could be that we weren't bidding high enough or aggressively enough, and we've been outranked and outbid by our competitors. So yeah, you can do this, you can experiment, and then if you find that the manual one is wasting money, too expensive, not converting or whatever, switch it off, put all the budget into the smart one, or vice versa. Okay, Alamgir, please make a video on setup of GTM on a contact page button instead of thank you page. So what the question is that when somebody on a contact us page clicks a particular button on that page instead of going across through to the thank you page, like when somebody fills in a form and they're then taken to a thank you page, I would always recommend that we do that, because if there is a problem or an issue, we can see 100 people came on to the thank you page, to the contact page, and 10 of them went through to the thank you page. So I'm always a big fan. All our tracking is done over here and not on a click. Yeah, click listeners are fine. So if it's a video play button, or sometimes when you fill in a form and a JavaScript pops up with a message on the screen that thank you for your submission, and then disappears after 5 seconds. Now, sometimes you need to think about being in the user's shoes, right? They may not see that message because it's very small, especially on a mobile. And they might think, oh, nothing has happened. I need to submit it again. And then they try and submit it again. They may not see that message again, and they might give up. Oh, this is not working. But you got the lead anyway. But it's not a great user experience. So I would always recommend that you take them to the thank you page. And taking somebody to a thank you page also gives you an opportunity to offer them something more. Because look, you need to think that that person is excited now. They have decided to get in touch with you. So why not give them kind of another call to action and a bit of video about you, so that it builds up that trust again even more. So tell them to sign up to your Facebook group or subscribe to your YouTube channel or whatever. On the thank you page, you have that opportunity, or give them an offer to buy a course or something like that, right? but on just by tracking the conversion on a click of on a button, it you can't do any of these. So this was sent by Alamgir in our Facebook group, and this is what I was trying to say earlier on, that we've got this Facebook group, and every each member tries to help others. So Leon, I appreciate your reply in detail as to how you would go about creating this conversion code and set up in Google Tag Manager, and he set up all the conversions and the screenshots, etc. And this is the kind of help you will get from other people in our group, so it's worth signing up for. Okay, Manoj. I'm running an ad for pizza delivery in a particular city. Okay. Can somebody help me with an ad type selection for Google Ads? Means which type of Google Ads will be best for a pizza delivery shop? Great question. And this is basically a local business where you will run your campaigns in 5 mile radius or wherever you are doing the delivery, right? So if you do a delivery a 10-mile radius around you, then you run your campaigns for a 10-mile radius. The beauty with local campaigns is, first I want to give you the advantages and disadvantages. The advantages, or the big advantage you have is that most advertisers or pizza delivery companies or restaurants are going on the search campaign, which you might find, okay, why is it an advantage for you? Is because they are not running on display properly, they are not running on Gmail, they're not running on YouTube and the other Discover networks, right? All these other networks Google has. What you want to do is to build up your brand very quickly at a fraction of the cost. So when you run something like Performance Max, it goes out to all these places and channels. So you can have a video campaign, display campaign, search campaign, Gmail campaign, and then you start to see how your brand increases, and the brand awareness goes through the roof, and you're getting more calls, obviously more customers and more sales. So that's how I would go about doing this. There is no such thing as the best campaign, um, or best type of campaign for either pizza delivery or any other kind of business. It's always a case of you got to have a 360-degree marketing plan, right? You need to be like an octopus. Wherever your prey or your customers are, you grab them wherever they go, and you are in front of them at every possible touch point. That is really, really important. It's not just a case of throwing in a couple of search campaigns and getting instant results. That used to happen a few years ago. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like this anymore due to the sheer amount of competition. So you need to up your game and do something different, which your competitors aren't doing. So for myself, I'm running ads, YouTube live streams. We upload videos on a regular basis. This is what I do. I want to be different from my competitors and other agencies. Okay. Hi, Yusuf. Which campaign will perform better for in Dubai? So I did an audit with you, if you remember, and you put up a poll in Facebook group. So I want to share with you some results. So 28% say Performance Max, 14% of them said search ads, and 57% said it varies business to business. Now that's really interesting that a majority of you guys on this poll are saying that it will vary from business to business. Um, I would like to disagree with this, because an ad is an ad is an ad, right? If you are running an interior designer business, then you got to again hit everybody at every possible channel. That is the strategy which you need to run as well, with not just the search campaigns. You need to set up remarketing. Video is really important, and video is again is where you differentiate yourself. you're in the blue ocean rather than the red ocean where there's a bloodbath going on. Everybody's fighting over those top four spots on Google. You need to be in the blue ocean. You clean up, whilst let all your competitors be on the other side and bleed cash because they are bidding crazy high, and they may not be profitable. They might get the clicks or the conversions, but at the end of the day, it might be too expensive to acquire a lead or a customer. Hi, Alamgir. Okay, what is the recommended method to install conversion tracking? Add tag to your website or tag manager? I would 110% say it's tag manager because it makes it super simple, super easy to manage all your tags. And now we've got so many tags. We've got Google Ads, we got analytics, we got Facebook Pixel, we got ad roll, we could have TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, remarketing tags, all these kinds of different tags. You'll go crazy because if something breaks on the website, then you need to go through all of them, which one is working, which one isn't working. Whereas over here, and also you will need have constantly get access to the client's website. Whereas with Tag Manager, you just tell their web team or the web person install this tag, and if one tag or Google Tag Manager breaks on their website, you know it's not working, and all you do is have a recurring task every few days. Check. In fact, it could have been every day. Somebody's job is to go to the website and make sure that the Tag Manager is working. If it's not working, then you have a problem, and you can pick that up very quickly because all the conversion tracking will stop in one go. So for sure, Tag Manager. Okay. Hi, Mushtaba. Does creating subdomains have any kind of effect on Google Ads campaigns? For example, if we have multiple campaigns, one, two, three, to run on different websites created on subdomains, one dot example, two dot example, respectively. Not at all. This will not cause any issues. So we have got three for our own business. We got three different subdomains. One is the www, which is the main website. Then we've got one called courses.sfdigital. Then we've got one for offers.sfdigital. So any offer when we are running, we send them to that specific landing page, um, and we never send them to our main website. So we got three subdomains just for ourselves and for our clients as well. We got multiple subdomains, so never have any issue. And then you can set them up and separate them out. No worries. When the result from Google Ads said my most clicks is from YouTube, what does it mean? I don't have any YouTube ads, just Google Ads and Facebook ads. So that means that your ads have been placed on YouTube on somebody else's videos or channels or on the YouTube homepage or wherever. So you maybe, I'm not sure how you've set up your campaign, whether you're running a display campaign or a search campaign. And if you are running search campaign, you probably have got the display network enabled, and that's why it's going on Google on YouTube. So if you don't want them, you just disable enable them, and it will stop. But if it's on a Google Display Network campaign, then obviously YouTube is part of the GTN. Can we add payment into Google Ads account with one Paytm wallet? I did this, but both my Google Ads account get paused by Google. Now I'm very careful not to give specific advice on what payment methods one should use because different countries have got different things going on, and Google will not clarify as to what. From my personal experience, it's not a good idea to use the same billing in two different accounts because Google might think, oh, is being used fraudulently, even though both of your accounts are the same. What I found is if you got bank account and you're connecting your bank payments or by direct debit, that does not create any issues. But third party payment cards, especially these prepaid ones, Google doesn't like it. Um, Use a credit card or a debit card, but not a prepaid. I believe the Paytm wallet is a prepaid card, which will then get you suspended by Google. And if you try and create new ones again, don't. It will get suspended again. All you need to do is to appeal and get to the bottom of it, and they'll look into it and reply back to you. What is the price of our paid course? Is there any installment options out there? Sami, we have got various courses. They start from 997 and it goes up to $15,000 or possibly more. It really depends on what you are looking for. Some courses are for 90 days, some are for 12 months, and so on. So, without knowing a bit more and without talking to you, I can't give you a specific answer. But yes, we do have monthly payment plans for all our coaching, training, consulting, etc. Do you need Pmax campaigns for each individual product category, or can you put them in one? I would separate them out because then you can see at the top level or campaign level what's happening with each. You can then allocate separate budgets. So again, it depends on how you structure your account. I would prefer them to be in separate campaigns. So you might have, a handful of campaigns running at the same time, which you may feel and find that, oh, it's a lot more work, but in the long run it's worth it because you'll know exactly very quickly without having to dig deeper into each campaign and spending more time as to what's working and what's not working. How long does it take to become a Google Ads expert in Google Ads? Well, I've been running Google Ads for a long time, possibly how long? 10, 12 years now, and I still learn new things every day. And because Google and Facebook and all these platforms change so rapidly, what we learned 2 years ago or 3 years ago is completely irrelevant. Great example is Performance Max. Yeah, it's been turned upside down. Everything is in one. All the metrics are in one campaign. You got text, image, video all in one. So what we learned before is irrelevant. So you got to keep investing in yourself, in your training, and that's what I do as well. I invest a lot of time and money in learning new stuff all the time so that me and my agency are at the top end and produce the results for our clients which they are hoping for and looking for. Okay, I've noticed fraudulent clicks from recurring IP addresses. Pasted them into IP exclusions. We are still find clicks from those IP addresses days later. Any explanations to this? Well, just make sure that you got the date range set up correctly. So start the date range from the next day when you put in that um, IP exclusions in your campaign and see if they're popping up or not. If they still are popping up, then you need to get in touch with Google support. Tell them, show them, look, this is what it is. Best way is either call them, and if you can't call them, you need to email them. Create a little Loom video. Show them these are the IP exclusions I put in. That's the date range, and they're still showing up, and my ads are still showing for these IPs. So they're gonna look at it, and if they feel that it's kind of like an invalid click, then you can potentially get the refund. Okay, so now I'm going to the questions which have been posted during this session. And if you haven't yet put the questions up, then please do so. And let's see if the comments pop up. Yes, it does. It's working fine. Okay. Hi, Bastian. All right. Ray, thank you for your patience. Yeah, we had a bit of gremlins, but this is what happens when you go live. You never know what's going to happen. All right, LL marketing. How many conversions would be required before running a Pmax campaign? Well, you can start from zero because you have to start from zero. How can you have conversions if you haven't started? I think what you're asking is how many conversions in the account. I've got some conversions in the account, then the pixel has been primed for that conversion. So get going. If you haven't got any conversions, then what I would suggest you do is run multiple campaigns to give more signals to Pmax, right? So run a search campaign, DSA, brand, competitor, and as you keep on adding more audiences or excluding audiences, including adding keywords, excluding or adding negative keywords, Google is start to learn, and it's going to only help the performance max perform better. So you might find that the Pmax is taking the credit for all the conversions, which it usually does. Let it run, don't change something or anything for at least 6 weeks because it's got so much going on in there and so much it needs to run so many things, text as display video, that you need to allocate a certain budget and allow a bit of time. Don't expect miracles within a matter of days. Okay, no sound. I think the sound should be working now. I'm not sure. Otherwise, others, I can't hear you. Hmm. Others. Hmm. Okay. Seems to be working at my end right now. So, okay, saying we can hear you now. All right. All right. It has a destination URL that talks about muscle pain, and you use this destination URL in your campaign. Can you rephrase this question, Bastian? Because I'm not sure what you are referring this to. I'm gonna read your comment, see if I've got some more. No sound. Okay, I'm gonna come on to that in a minute. Can we run Pmax campaigns without video for lead generation? You can. Google will make its own in there. And now we got this asset library. I did a video, I think it was last week. You can create simple 15, 16-second videos effortlessly without any video editing know how. All you do is put in some photos or images, some text, add music, which Google provides, and it's going to make all the transitions and make a little video. So you need to differentiate yourself. You see, with Performance Max, it's all about the creatives and those who are investing in video as well, because video is a third of that Performance Max campaign, right? You got text, you got images, and you got videos. If you don't have videos, then a third of your campaign ads you're not running properly. So why waste money? Why not invest? And creating a video is so easy nowadays. You've got so many different apps that I don't think it's a problem anymore. And you must invest in videos, educate your customers that video is the way to go to get better results. And if you can provide them the results, then nobody's going to object on creating videos. Hi, Alamgir. Okay. I think the audio is working now, but it probably wasn't working earlier on. So it could be that little glitch I had earlier on in the start of the uh, session. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by destination. It has a destination URL that talks about muscle pain. Okay, and you use this destination URL in your campaign. Well, if you're saying you want to run ads to that particular URL, then yes, put that URL in your ads. I think you might be referring to that subdomain question. But the main domain talks about approved treatments in my country, for example, ozone therapy. Well, okay, now I get it. You need to have whatever you are targeting, those keywords. You need to run ads for that service, and then the landing page should also have that same treatment on that. Don't have different things, different keywords, and different ads with different messages and different landing pages with a different offer or a service. You got to keep it the same. So if somebody's selling red apples, you bid on red apples. Your keywords should be red apples. Your ad should say red apples, and then your landing page should sell red apples. All right. Is enabling search partners for B2B search campaign is important, or search partners if you got low volume and it's kind of like a local campaign, let's say an accountant, they only want to work with local clients, then try that because you are going to run these locally but on different networks. I would say with most of our campaigns and accounts now, Performance Max works wonderfully well, and you need to look at it because the headache is gone. That there's so much volume and traffic on YouTube, display, Google Display Network, Gmail, and then when the clients see their own ads popping up wherever they go on the internet, they are going to let you know that wow, we are seeing ourselves everywhere, and their customers, friends, family members are going to tell them as well, oh wow, we see you everywhere. So it's not about okay, we only want to show the ads and not get any conversions, but that's the first step, the awareness stage. If there is no awareness, there will not be any conversions. So you got to get that awareness stage uh, going at the in the beginning. Okay. Yes, it will spend more. Absolutely, you're right. LL marketing. Does search partners bring good amount of conversions? What's the main scenario behind that? You got to run it. As I said, and I know you keep hearing about it. Or test. You got to test. You got to test. There's no other way to find out. I cannot say to you right now, yes, you will get good performance or really bad performance. So test it, make two campaigns, and see the difference. So the one which you are just running on the search network doesn't get affected. Yeah. I want to know the best strategy to run Google Ads for affiliate marketing without getting suspended. Okay. So never run directly to your affiliate offers, right? You have a what we call a bridge page. So let's say you are an affiliate for an app or a software. What you do is you create a landing page where you have a long blog post about it, the features, the benefits, why somebody should use it, put a video on there, give value up front, and then the offer look. Here's a coupon code or a link which will give you a 60-day free trial instead of 30-day free trial, or 60-day at 20% off instead of 30 days, and so on. So you need to work with that company and try to get an offer which the customers can only get through via your um, link and your landing page. So some companies will make a bespoke landing page for you because they know that you are driving a fair amount of traffic and they're happy to create that for you. Some company will just give you that link, which you then put that affiliate link on your website, but never use affiliate links in your Google ads. You will get suspended. Okay, but the main domain talks about approved treatments in my country. Well, you need, as I said, Bastian, you need to create a landing page which has got the same treatment which you are bidding on, which you are saying up talking about in the ads and the keywords. So the keywords, the ads, and the landing page got to be for that same treatment. Forget um, the main website or the main domain because you are not driving traffic to it. It doesn't matter. So if I say my www.sfdigital.co.uk website is about web design, but then I have a subdomain called, let's say, offer.sfdigital.co.uk, and over there I talk about Google Ads, then it's fine. It really doesn't matter what it is on my main website. Or if I create another subdomain, youtube.sfdigital.co.uk, which talks only about YouTube offers and YouTube ads, then that's what you do. It has the subdomains have got nothing to do with the main website, so you don't need to worry about that. The ads will not get rejected. Should I track conversions directly using Google Ads tracking code, or is it okay to have conversions imported from GA4? You can, but the Google Ads tracking code is a lot better to use for the Google Ads algorithm. So on many accounts, we will import the GA4 conversions just to make sure that the conversion tracking is working. But we will make it as a secondary conversion and not as a primary conversion. The primary conversion will be from the Google Ads conversion tracking. So my recommendation would be use that Google Ads conversion tracking as your main conversion or the primary conversion, and import the GA4 into Google Ads, but as a secondary conversion. I find that when I use GA4 and import conversions to Google Ads, there are some conversions missing and delay in loading. Yeah. So there will always be this discrepancy between the two. They will never match, and you can't do much about it. But as long as both of them are firing, there will always be a lag between one or the other. So at the end of the month or so, check them over a longer period of time rather than a couple of days or a few days. Then you will find, okay, there's a difference of 10-15%, which you can live with. But don't compare or track on a yesterday or the day before. Then you'll be pulling your head out as to why these conversions are not shown. Okay, I think I have pretty much covered all the comments or questions. So thank you so much, guys and girls, for sending in these questions. I truly appreciate it. I'll be back here on Tuesday, so have a great weekend, and we can then catch up on Tuesday with a bit more Google Ads. So till then, stay safe and goodbye.